Hello everyone, welcome to my craft room for a lunch break with Rhonda. We're going to take a little break in our day. It's in the middle of the day here. It's noon Eastern. Though I know everybody's on different time zones. So for you it might be early in the morning, it might be in the evening for you, but whenever you're joining me, I'm grateful that you are here. Definitely say hi if you're watching live, and hey, if you're watching the replay, say hi to me too. It's all about getting together and crafting and having fun with friends. And the cool part is that we can do that right here online, all across the country, all across the world. And then we can also do that in person too. So if you live in Michigan or anywhere around Michigan, then I also do in-person events in our studio as well in Michigan. Actually, tonight I'm having, my team is getting together. There's about 20 of us. And we're doing a shoebox swap. So it's where we come with one card and then everybody makes that card. And so everybody brings one card, but then they bring we're doing 10 of each card. And so then when you come, you bring one card idea, but you leave with 10 other ones. So these are what we call a shoebox swap, and we do them. Gosh, I've been doing them for over 20 years with my team. So they're a lot of fun. It's about getting new card ideas, but it's also about, stamping together with friends. So today is the launch of our new catalog. It went live yesterday. I'm sure you've been hearing about it for over a month and a half, and finally it's live. The most exciting part, I believe, of a new catalog is the new in colors. So today we're going to do some playing with some new in colors. There is a ton of new product that I'm excited about. So I'm just going to take it a little bit at a time, showing you as much as I can, but not dumping it all on you. So today I have 4 different products to share with you. We're going to be sharing with you some of the new in colors. Lots of fun stuff is going to happen today. So I do have an ordering special. First of all, number 1, everybody gets rewarded now with all of your orders that are at least over $20. So everybody now gets rewards. It used to be just the hostess or just for large orders, but now all of you get rewards, and I'm so excited about that, as do demonstrators. So we get rewards too. So you just gotta spend over $20, and then you'll start to bank like your Stampin' Up dollars, and their product credits. So for every $10 you earn $1. So if you spend $100, then Stampin' Up will give you $10 into your little, I call it like my little Stampin' Up bank, that I can use off my next order, or I can keep banking and saving for something that I want that's more expensive. So that it goes for every single one of you. The only thing is you have to have an online account. So it is registered online just like any online store. So you have to have an online account. And you also have to, or just an account, but obviously the accounts are held online. And you also have to spend over $20. So that's it, easy peasy. So again, with your order, if it's over $60, then I have a free gift I want to give you. And I will send it to you. I'll pay for the shipping. I'm paying for the paper. Actually, I'll probably use some of my Stampin' Bank rewards to get the present for you guys. So what I'm going to be giving you are 24 sheets of brand new 6x6 paper. It's kintsugi. I'm going to butcher that. I got to learn the right way to say that. The Turtly Awesome, Floral's a Bloom, the Gallery Blooms, and there's one more. There's 5 new papers that are in the annual catalog. So you will get 24 sheets of the 6x6, so you can cut them up and use them on several cards. There's obviously front and back, so there'll be 48 different patterns, but they're brand new. So if your order goes over $60, and it has to be placed Friday by noon, because I actually fly out on Saturday. Okay, So I think I've chatted with you long enough. Hello, all my friends that are here. I'm so grateful that you are joining me today. And if you're watching the replay, I'm so glad you're watching the replay on either Facebook. And again, this will delete after 30 days. So it's also on YouTube as well. So let's turn it over to my hands and let's jump in and get started. So the first thing that I really want to, obviously we're going to spend a lot of time on, are our new in colors. There's Strawberry Slush, Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, Timid Tiger, and Cloud Cover. Now you can buy this cardstock in assorted packs if you want to, and typically that's how I get started with it. I'll order like 2 or 3 assorted packs so I have a good chunk, and then I order full packs as I need them. Now, if you haven't heard yet, there are stamp pads in the first 4 colors. Cloud Cover does not have a stamp pad, and we won't be getting one, but you're going to see today that I will still be using Cloud Cover a lot. It goes with so many of our blues beautifully. With the cardstock, there's ribbon, there's dots, and it's a pretty light color, so it's not one that I would stamp with pretty often anyway. But if you need to, then you can, we've been playing with it, and like you can take Misty Moonlight and stamp it off a couple times and you'll get a shade of it. So Cloud Cover is a beautiful color and we'll still use it a lot. It just doesn't have a stamp pad. So you'll see that we'll find ways to make that work. But it does have a ribbon and they have dots and so forth. So these are our 5 in colors, and we'll be using those a lot today. Okay, let's jump into our very first project. I'm using a brand new bundle. It's called Poppin' By. I'm sorry, there's a little glare there. We'll put this over here. Poppin' By is one of our more inexpensive bundles. It's only $34, and you get all the dies that match to make little popcorn pieces and this little cute guy, and then it has this adorable stamp set. I'm offering this as one of my optional classes in my spring retreat. So I still have some boxes left. So I will be doing, another email on that. So most of you know I've been gone the last 2 weeks. I was in France for a week and it ended up being 10 days. So things have definitely been a little crazy in my world, but what's new? Didn't matter. We were definitely getting back to work this week. And those of you who have been praying for my sister, she suffered an accident when we were in France, and so we were stuck there. She is actually flying home today. So she's been there for 2 full weeks, and we've all been praying that she gets home safely. Actually, it's been over 2 weeks. So hello, all my friends. Anyway, so she is flying today. She's on the plane as we speak. So if everybody who's a praying person, or just continue to pray that she gets home safely. And then we can get her back in the United States, and we can get her to some doctors here that can help take over, and she can get, healing better. Anyway, so this is the bundle that I'm using. We're going to take a piece of, I got some pieces. We're going to use Real Red and Daffodil Delight and our black stamp pads. And I have a piece of basic black cardstock. So 5.5 by 8.5. I'm just going to go ahead and fold this in half. So this is a pretty simple card, but it's got a little surprise inside. It's going to have a little surprise inside. So I can think of a lot of fun things to use. This bundle for. It's very playful, but I can think of a lot of parties and celebrations, and I love this one. No one's better than you. So you can send it for even thank you cards. So I am going to stamp, and you're going to see I did this ahead of time a little bit. I stamped the bucket in red, and then I stamped it in Daffodil Delight as well. So I stamped 2 buckets. I took a piece of our Mixed Media Floral Designer Series paper. This was actually, I'm also featuring in my spring retreat. It was half product that was current in our online exclusives, and then half brand new product that we just are able to get. So this one is the Mixed Media Floral. Love this pack of paper. And it also has like some softer colors, the bold florals, and lots of black and whites too. So I use this piece here, and I cut it 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. And I'm going to glue this down to the bottom of, I just got to locate my adhesive. Oh, typically like normal, just right in front of you, Rhonda. Yeah, I haven't done a video in 2 weeks. It's probably the longest I've gone to do any crafting video, but so I went ahead and put that down there at the bottom. I also have a piece of 3.5 by 4 3/4 white, and then just another little 1-inch strip because I want to, with a black card, we always want to add the white to the inside. And then I just like to take the little strips that are left over, so kind of like scrap that maybe you would even throw away. You can use it for the inside just to dress it up a little bit too. So that's going to go on the inside. On the outside, I took one of our textured notes. This by far is one of our favorite new dyes. I actually think it might either be on low inventory right now, but this just came out as one of our online exclusives. Highly recommend, but they're rectangles, so very common, but each one has a different stitching around the edge. And then this real long one too. So they have just fun stitches. They're not dots, so which I love because the dots leave speckles all over the place or messy. These are not. These are just stitching. So that's the textured notes dies. What I'm going to do is take this Daffodil Delight one, and I am going to just trim off the top like that. And this is going to, oh shoot, I did that wrong. Well, no, I can do it this way. You can do it either way, but now I'm going to just cut off the top of this one. You could do it the other way where you left that one whole, but it's all right. I've done it a couple ways. So just trim along with this one, just right down next to the bucket, popcorn bucket. Okay, now just put a little bit of adhesive up here, and then you could line up the little scallops there, just like that. There you go. So there's our little popcorn bucket guy. Now, of course, what else does he need? These are so cute. We got little glasses, and we have little sneakers that are absolutely adorable. So I'm just going to take a little bit of the green glue. A little bit is the key factor to this. All right, and that's going to get glued down to our little bucket guy. Isn't he so cute? This just makes oh good, the textured notes are off of low inventory. Thanks, Jennifer. I knew that they were. And then I'm just going to put a little bit of glue here on the feet because he has little sneakers. And I'm doing basic black sneakers. I actually, my son Carter, and actually most of all my boys and my husband are what you call sneakerheads. They love sneakers. That is when Carter saves up his money, or when Carter wants a special present or anything, it's always sneakers. So I thought I'm going to have some fun with these cute little sneakers and maybe make some little Nike ones or something for Carter. Okay, so there's our little popcorn guy. We're just going to take the No One's Better Than You. This one is super fun. I know, not green glue. I was brave. I'm just letting that just dry a little bit. So those are no extra pieces we don't need. Okay. I should probably practice this to make sure I've got it straight, because I don't think I do. But let me just try real quick. Okay. Perfect. All right. Always practice, practice, practice. All right, I got my cleaner. I'll leave my cleaner out because I'll be needing it quite a bit. All right, and then I'm going to take my little guy here, and put some dimensionals on that. I know this. Okay, so Jennifer was like, this wasn't on my radar. Okay, mine either. It was, I did not buy it. And like, as a demonstrator, you know, we can buy things like as a pre-order. Did not get it. I was like, oh, why would I send a popcorn card? I don't know. I just didn't get it at first. Oh my gosh, now I'm so in love with it. And how I became in love with it was watching other, you know, just seeing samples being made and just loving them to pieces. So that's why you watch. I mean, it gives you the ideas, and that's like, okay, you know what? I guess I do need that one. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the front. There's these 3 different popcorn pieces, and all 3 of them have a set of dies that cut it out. And so I cut out all of the popcorn pieces. So you can see that I'm going to take one of them and put this on the front here. No one's better than you. I love our new strawberry slush and Pretty in Pink gems. There's obviously strawberry slush, then there's the Pretty in Pink, and then the top one is just like kind of iridescent with some gold flecks in it. So that one actually goes really well with just about anything. So I'm going to just take a couple of those and sprinkle them on our card too. There you go. So now let's do the inside. So I told you the inside's a little bit special. So I have here a 1 inch by 4.5 inch piece of cardstock. And you're going to want to take your paper trimmer and just score it along every inch. So don't cut, just score. Oops, let's go up here a little bit so you can see it. So you're just going to score around 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so it's all scored. And then you'll fold along those lines. You're going to create this little bit of a cube. Put glue right on that tab, and that folds over, and then it creates like this little tube. On the bottom, do you want this to put glue on the bottom here? Okay, so now we're going to add this to the inside of our card. And then I also want glue on this piece too. So on these 2 tabs, kind of right there in the middle. Actually, I'm going to go right where this paper, right where that paper kind of ends. I'm just going to take that and rub it. So we have this little, see? This little box that pops right there. Now we're just going to add a couple more. We've got the pop, pop, pop. It also has enjoy and pop in to say hello. Popping in. I love all these puns. They're my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to take that. So I have the pop right there. I actually want to put my pop right there. Because, you know, popcorn pops. It goes pop, 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 pop. So, well, you know what? I think I need, a pop goes in 3s, right? I need a pop up there. Pop, pop, pop. All right. Okay, so who is now so in love with this stamp set? Okay, so now I'm just going to take the other 2 little flowers, the other 2 little popcorn pieces, and we're going to add them to our little pop-up piece here. So this one will go here, and then this one will go there. There you go. So we have our little popcorn that pops up. So what did I tell you? It's a fun card, you know, simple, cute, fun card from the outside. And then when you open it, we got little popcorn that pops out at you. I think we need one more little piece of popcorn on there. And it's one that I'm going to stamp, because when you stamp it, it has a little like action stamps. All right, so let's just stamp one of those just kind of right on here. it's always better to do this before you like get it all assembled, but there you go. So pop. There we go. Card number 1 is done. It is so cute. Thanks, Debbie. I don't know. I think I'm easily entertained, but this one made me happy. And I've been creating several different cards with this, and definitely this one makes me smile. Here's another one. Let me see. Oh, here's another fun one that I did. Just one of those little half cards with a circle at the top, but popping in to say hello, I think is really fun. All right, so there's card number 1. Let's move on to card number 2. Let me get all my popcorn pieces out of the way. I could see even like doing like table favors where you buy like, you know, have popcorn at an event and then you can make little tags with it. All right, our next one, let me see. I'm gonna do one of our new bundles. So I'm going from cute and playful to absolutely stunning and gorgeous. I'm gonna go to the Gallery Blooms, and we're going to use the beautiful gallery paper. Remember, I taught you guys how to make these holders, but we do them for all of our new paper. So it's called Beautiful Gallery. It's a perfect name as well because it is like almost like art. So, and the bundle goes along with it perfectly. You can make frames, and they're just a gorgeous, gorgeous paper. And of course, it's double-sided. And so it is one that is, well, I got it upside down. It's frame worthy. So really they're pretty easy to make cards out of because you just need to, and I'll show you some different ways to make cards out of this paper as well. As a matter of fact, if you are part of my card club members, this is what we're using for May. We're going to create some incredible cards. So beautiful with this paper. And then you're going to have lots left over where you can keep on making dozens and dozens. And like this one is like really nice and masculine. So you can make masculine, again, more masculine. You can make feminine. But they are absolutely stunning. One of our most beautiful packs of paper I think we've ever carried. So I went ahead and we're using the Gallery Blooms, which stamp set doesn't have any words. So the words that I'm using to go along with it is also a new stamp set called the Right Words. And this is what I'm featuring for my card club. So what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the dies, because the dies for this are really kind of like the star of the show. Like these are really pretty flowers, but then it creates, it has this frame, and we're going to use this frame. So I went ahead and ran it through with that cloud cover, just so you can see that when you run this through, you run it through one time, it gives you multiple frames. It gives you this really big frame. It gives you, which is pretty much almost the size of a card front. So if you also, obviously if you're doing scrapbooking, it's great to create a frame. Then it has like this medium, middle-sized frame. Then you also have this really nice like layering piece that you can use too. So that's just with one piece. You can run all three of them. So these I can save and use on another card. Or you can also just cut your paper to fit the size that you want to, but I like having the extras. Then obviously there are tons of like extra pieces, and all like the flowers have a die cut to do the die cutting too. So it's kind of a real big, huge set of dies. Very versatile in the fact that it's just not the flowers, but there's lots of like extra leaves and other flowers, and there's the big the frames that creates the three different kinds of frames. All right, so let's jump in to this card. We're using Very Vanilla. I think that to me that just goes really well with this. And then we're using this piece here. Like, so this is the back side, but then or this is the front side, I would say. Well, we're using this back side piece. It's like a vintage, almost looks like a piece of china, kind of. And I'm going to cut this 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. And And this does match cloud cover. So even though we don't have a cloud cover stamp pad, this is cloud cover paper, and then that's, again, matches cloud cover. So we can still use the heck out of it, even without the stamp pad. So it's a nice neutral, really pretty neutral blue, kind of a gray color. All right. Yeah, I wasn't sure about this bundle either, because at first I was like, oh, I think I have enough flowers. I'm good, because I've been using a lot of flowers lately. But nope, it changed. I again started playing with the paper and those flowers. Now look, this is so sad to glue this paper down, but it's okay. I'm going to use this on another card to show it to you. So this one get glued down, and then I have this frame. It's going to go on here. So now I'm going to stamp this flower in Misty Moonlight, and actually then I'm going to run it through with the embossing with a die cutting machine. So just, guys, isn't that beautiful? Who loves shades of blue? Michelle, I know you love shades of blue. And I ran through, these are just some of the leaves and some of the like little sprigs. I ran through a couple of them. So all I'm going to do is just kind of take before I glue any of this down, I got some stamping I want to do. I'm using the Right Words stamp sets, and I want an image that's going to go down here. I think this will fit perfect. It says, I miss you already. There's also a happy birthday, but I don't want this to be a birthday. I want this to be, so let me get my Misty Moonlight stamp pad. Here we go. And I'm going to stamp that right down here at the bottom. Perfect. I know. Sometimes I get so impressed with, not impressed, but just like, wow. So I miss you already is down there at the bottom. Love all things blue. Yeah, me too. If you've been in my studio, you'll know I have every shade of blue going on in my studio. So I am right there with you. I love it. So, but for my stamping, I use Misty Moonlight. Okay, so now I can go ahead. Now I'm going to glue this down. So I'm going to glue down our frame. Because if I didn't get it right the first time, I had a second chance. You have 2 chances. So, all right. So now I'm going to take, oh shoot, I wanted to put this on here. Just grab, come on, jeez. Just gonna grab a couple dimensionals and put back here. I love, like this class you guys are watching, this new catalog launch, just showing all the different varieties of like products, like some that are just so gorgeous, and then some that are like so fun. Okay, so went ahead and did that. And then next up, I'm just going to take some of these little sprigs I'll put a mini glue dot down there at the bottom, and then just kind of tuck them in different places. Hopefully I left space with those. Here we go. Come on down a little bit. There we go. So I'm just going to go ahead and just tuck them in. Add a little mini glue dot. We'll put one over here. Dimensionals are kind of getting in my way. Not bad though. Can you see? It's just really simple. You can kind of tuck them wherever you want to. And I didn't even know if I needed them all, but I just ran them. So in case I needed them, then I had them. So I'm going to stick another one over here. There's my printer going off. There's that. Let's do one more down here. Again, that's why I love these dies, because it has all of those pieces. All right, last but not least, one of our other new gems are these pressed flower motifs. This is a new little trick that I'm so excited that I learned. After 22 years, we can learn tricks. But with our with our dots, just cut off the side, because then they slip in, and then they slip out, and then they slip in. But I don't know about you, but I got a whole lot of dots I don't have, because I don't think to put them back in there. Again, I could be the only one that's bad about that. But this is a gorgeous, these dots, these flower motifs, they're very, like, almost, again, like antique looking. So I'm just going to put a few of those on the front of here. Let's see. Oh, I don't want to put 5, but I could use 5. So that's that gorgeous card. I do want to add one more thing. Whenever I use vanilla, I feel like I should just stick this in here because I've got it. Why waste it? Let me do that real quick. Just one more. It's just a tiny bit. I feel like maybe over, just right there. There you go. All right. Our basic twine pack. I'll just take a little bit of that vanilla to go with our vanilla cardstock that we're using. All right, let's tie a bow. Oops. Try again. That's why I like doing my reels, because when it takes me 2 times to tie bows, you can never tell because it speeds it up. Sometimes it takes me 3 and 4 times to tie a bow. All right, so this is our Gallery Blooms bundle. And then the right words, which I think I've got that number here for you too. Yes, it's just a stamp set. Okay, we'll grab this. You know I'm going to have you pick a favorite, so it's going to be hard. Okay, so this one, there we go. So beautiful. Then obviously you can stamp the inside of the card as well, which I like to do, and a matching envelope. So I'm just going to ink up the top of that. Let me grab a piece of scrap, so just a piece of scrap paper, and we're just going to stamp the inside here down at the bottom, just to kind of bring. There you go. Okay, let's move on to, just to show you, these are just some samples. This is, if you haven't joined Card Club yet, you're going to want to. And if you are a Card Club member, I hope you're excited about May's Card Club. We're using all brand new products. So you're going to get these flower motifs, and you're going to get some of this beige, the beige ribbon, the new linen beige ribbon. This is not one of your cards. This is kind of the one that inspired me. So I just made kind of a slightly different version of it with blues. This, here's another one. This is not Card Club, but just again showing you some versatility and how beautiful that it is. All right, this is one of your Card Club cards. It's gorgeous. I love the new Secret C. And then this one is too. So this is also one of your Card Club cards. So Card Club members, I hope you're excited. We're going to make some really gorgeous, gorgeous cards. This is not a Card Club card either, but look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so that's card number 2. Look, card 1 and 2 are so different, but again, showcasing so much of the new product. I gotta make sure I don't lose anything. Okay, let's go. Oh, really quick with card number 3, I just wanted to show you just kind of that continuation, right? So this is the new Secret C, and I just showed you more of a, not complicated, but it has some more steps to it, right? But this one, I just wanted to show you, this is how simple this paper can make our lives. It can be so simple. So this is the other side to that paper. I told you, that is like one of my favorite pieces. So that I'm going to cut down to 5 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Okay, I can make out all this gorgeousness as well that we'll use. This is going to get glued down to the front of our card. This beautiful gallery can be as complicated or as simple as you want to make it. So this has a tiny 1/8 inch border that's going to go around there. All right, I'm taking our modern oval punch and punching out the other side with that really pretty, see how good that goes with it? It goes so pretty. And then I have a little 1.5 inch circle that we're going to stamp the "You're So Kind" from our right words. And let's see. I would stamp that with Secret C normally, but my Secret C is actually not here. So we're just going to stamp it in black. When in doubt, you can always stamp in black. All right, so I'm going to put that up on some dimensionals. I also have fallen head over heels in love with this stuff too. Look, I got 2 black pads floating around. This is in our retreat, and it came out a little while ago, but I had never used it. And now that I've used it, totally in love with it. And a little bit goes a long way. So what I'll do is just like lay it down here, kind of the background. You could even if you want to spider it a little bit, you can. But I'm just going to lay it down just for a little bit of, it's kind of crazy how it just adds some sort of real specialness to it. Okay, where's my dimensionals? Oh, as always, right in front of you, Rhonda. So we'll take that and put our one right here. Can you guys see how pretty that little spidering of the gold is back there? And then I'm going to take our couple of these little spritty things and also just add those. Then this one too. That. We have our "You're So Kind." And that's simple. We got a gorgeous card. And that's why I love sometimes. Sometimes we have a lot of time to make a card, and sometimes we have 5 minutes. See, these kind of already have a little bit of a gold speckle in them. So these are perfect as well. So we're not done yet. As this Secret C is kind of that. It's like, can you tell? Is it blue? Is it green? Is it black? Like, it's a little bit of everything. So, but definitely a dark color. So I'm going to glue down this to the inside. Now, what I also really love, and then we'll add just a little strip down here. What I really love about the stamp set I chose is because it's one of those that has the outside words and the inside words. It has both. Let's turn that off. So, they have something for the outside that matches something for the inside. This one says, "You're so kind. I know a good thing when I see it, and I see lots of good things in you." So I'm going to take that one and stamp that on the inside too. Sometimes you don't want to say a whole lot, then this is perfect for that. There you go. So there's our inside and our outside of a gorgeous, beautiful card. All right, so that's card number 3. But look, I'm using just one side of the paper is muted and like antiquish, and this other one is just so gorgeous. All right, let's go to our last card. So we did 2 pretty ones, and then we're gonna do 2 fun ones. So this last one to me is really fun. If you're on my email list, you'll see that I have announced another craft along. So I've done, I don't know, about this might be my 4th or 5th craft, maybe 4th one, where I've partnered together with other demonstrators. So this one, I'm partnering with my very first grouping. So Julie Salva, Melissa Faust, Deborah Harrison, Deb Smeek, Ange McKay, and myself. There's 6 of us. So you're gonna get 12 projects. And we're featuring the Cheers and Sips, so the bundle. And then also Impressions A Bloom. I don't have that one with me right now, but we're using just those 2 bundles, and we're gonna give you 12 different projects. So I have emailed out the registration for it. And what we do is we send everything to you ahead of time. So we'll even send you the tutorials ahead of time, and we send you all the supplies and everything. So that way you can maybe not necessarily craft right along, but on the same day, or you can prepare some of it and kind of craft with us. So this is one of them. So I think this is a super fun and very useful bundle. So we're going to be using on this one some of the new in colors. We're going to be using today. I am using Strawberry Slush. This is one of our returning favorites, and it was a favorite by far. So have any of you guys signed up yet for the craft along? I know Jennifer has. I know Michelle has. But the craft along is going to be a lot of fun. So we're going to do 6 days in a row, starting June 1st. So June 1st through the 6th, we'll do 2 projects every day for a total of 12 projects. So hopefully you guys are signed up for it. And oops, there you go. Let's do this one too. I got all kinds of words. There you go. Cheers and Sips bundle. There's the number in case you need it. But let's go on. So I went ahead, and the Cheers and Sips paper, super fun. And it's one that's, you can, like, look at the cute flowers. I love these flowers. So you have flowers, but then it also has patterns. I definitely use this one a lot because you can actually cut out, whoops, it's upside down. You can cut out these cute drinks. There's, again, this is a piece I used right there. But then look at these flowers. So pretty. The back side is green, so coordinates really well. This one is fun just to kind of have, like, you can run through the drinks on this, and this can be like the inside of a drink. So that's how you can get some of those colors. Then again, look, there's that cloud cover. Yeah, baby. And then here's a fun one of just like all the garnishes and a secret C, which you can't even see. It's a secret. It is great designer series paper. Yeah. Oh, Claudia's getting it tomorrow. How exciting. All right, so there are the pieces, the paper. We're using this one, so I'm gonna leave that out. And then this is where I cut 3 3/4 by 5. That's the piece that I used right there. Okay, so whoops, jeez, got a little overzealous there. So I'm gonna go ahead and just glue this down to the front. I should be wearing my glasses, then I could actually see your guys' comments. I'm like trying to squint and see it. It is crazy how literally my eyesight deteriorates by the day. All right, I went ahead and I'm taking a 2 3/8 inch circle, and I'm going to stamp. I'm using this glass here. We're going to stamp that. So this is great for like summertime, and if you do, it doesn't, and the drinks can be anything. It can be lemonades, raspberries, it can be the mojitos or daiquiris. It's really whatever you want it to be. I know you want to see, but I want to make sure I get this. Okay, so I'm going to do that there. And again, I could take the dies and I could run through this with that one paper, but you also can just use your stamp pad. So I'm going to use my strawberry slush pad, and I kind of squeezed it together to pull up a little bit of ink there. And then I'm taking one of my little water paint brushes. So this is the thick white paper, and I want this to be pretty wet. And so I'm just going to go ahead and, put and then just color this in, watercolor. And it's not meant to be perfect, right? Like it's a drink. You're going to have all kinds of like different waves and textures, and there you go. Just like that. Okay? Super simple. I'm going to let that dry for a second because I'm going to stamp over top of it in just a minute. But to also show you the versatility of the paper, like if you're in a hurry, then you can also just cut out. So I took this piece here and I just cut this one out. Again, here's a Bloody Mary, or you could, it could be, here's iced tea. Lots of different fun. I love the one that has the umbrellas on it. I wanted to use the umbrellas, but I didn't. But anyway, so if you want to take the time, or this one, I just went ahead. Now, what I'm doing next is I have one of our brand new folders. So I'm excited about this because this one also goes with a little mini machine. So these folders are in the new catalog. They're called Garden. Gosh, I already forgot the name. Garden and Glass, I think. And they come with two, so you get two of them. This one's really cool too. You can see the pattern, but I love this one. So I took a piece of the Secret Sea, and we're going to run it through with our little mini machine. Let's see. I don't think that's going to work. So there's probably, I need that other piece, which I don't know where that is. I might have to go run this through because I don't have the right layering. No. All right, just give me a second. I'm gonna go run it through on my machine over here. I need the little gray insert, which I have it someplace. I just didn't grab it. Okay. So let me, well, that wasn't right either. Let's try this. Hang in there. You need the gray one, and I don't know why I don't have the gray one right here by me. All right, we're gonna try one more layering over here. There we go. I did everything ahead of time, but this, I thought it would be easy. I wanted you to see how to use a mini machine, but I didn't do a very good job of it because you need the gray. There's like a gray one, and I've got that somewhere, just I don't know where. So anyway, here we go. So this is the folder, and it is this really neat flower. Again, just the embossing. So it's really pretty to do like on a background of a card. I wanted to do that, and then I'm taking our 2 3/8 inch circle punch, and I'm gonna punch that out. Cool. Look, you can get 2 of them out of that piece of paper right there. All right, so let's go ahead and put our card kind of together. Isn't this Secret Sea with the strawberry slush so Glass and Gardens? Oh, hey, I remembered pretty good. Brand new product, sometimes it's a little tricky. And then before I glue this down, I love these little ice cubes. I think the ice cubes are so cute. So I'm just going to take a couple little ice cubes with our basic black and stamp those just kind of right down there in the corner. So cute. I also, there's this little, like a little sprig. So I thought that would be cute too. So I'm gonna just take that same watercolor, but I'm gonna do it with the more concentrated ink up here. So you can see that. So not the watercolor, more concentrated. so that now it's a little bit darker. I'm going to take that in these little sprigs. Go. I'm wasting a little bit of green. I'm just going to grab a blend. I got a Granny Apple green blends. Just to add a tiny bit of green to this. There. Okay. And then that will go. Now we can assemble. Look at all these open stamp pads. Is that not giving you guys like a heart attack with me? All right, so this is going to go down here. I'm going to put it on here with dimensionals. I'm also going to use this stuff. I love this stuff. I wasn't exaggerating when I told you that. And sometimes I like cutting straight across and then just kind of roughing up the edges, just like that. It's going to add just that perfect little sparkle. So then just kind of rough up the edges and just lay it down there. That's so easy peasy. Now I can put this down. I want to cover up all my pretty flowers. Then let's put this one down there. We'll add that little guy. Actually, we'll just add it over there. It's supposed to be coming up out of the drink, but it would look better on that side. But I put my lemonade over there. So this is just actually pretty by itself. We'll just stick that over here. Let's stick it right through that. Okay, so here's where our fun little card is. Last but not least, we just need our greetings. So I have a little strip of, a 1/2 inch strip there. And there's so many cute little sayings. There's cheers. There is, it's your day. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. That way it could be for any occasion. It could be for like a retirement. It can be for a birthday. It could be for really any occasion at all. So let's do the let's celebrate. Whoops. Let's try again. I usually do 2 anyway. There we go. So I'm just going to trim that off. All right, this is card number 4. So I can't wait to hear from you guys. Which one is your favorite? So that's what I'm just going to kind of hand trim. It's pretty slender. When I have ones that are this skinny, then I take my mini glue dots and I just kind of, whoops, look at that last one on the roll and just roll it. So it kind of makes it almost like it's, there you go. Let's celebrate. Perfect. And last but not least, we're going to go back to that strawberry slush dots. And this one, we're going to use that beautiful strawberry slush, the dots on that one. And maybe a little bit of the pretty and pink too. Both of them go really, really pretty. I need one more down there. Okay, so here's our gorgeous card. And of course, we're going to put the inside like we did on all the others. Let me see. Let's get our cards back out here with our favorite ones. So welcome to the new catalog. This is just some of my very first favorite ones. And I'm showing you them because these are also the ones I'm featuring in my events coming up. You guys know it's a big thing that I do. I hold so many events that actually have, curated experiences for you. So like for the craft along, you're going to make 12 different projects. So we'll give you, like, if I'm going to encourage you to buy something, like, I'm going to give you lots of reasons to buy it. So the Let's Celebrate. So this is just kind of a sneak peek of one of the projects that we'll be making too. It still needs the ribbon on it. But we've got 12 different projects. Boxes, gift giving, card making, fun folds. So this is my craft along. And you have like till, I think, May 21st to register for that. Then we have Card Club. So Card Club is going to be featuring the gallery balloons. So definitely a card club member. It's $39.50 a month, and you make 8 cards, and you get about $25 in product. So for this month, you're going to be getting a half a pack of the Gallery Blooms. You'll be getting the motifs and then some of the beige ribbon. So there was card number, go here, that was card number 2. So, and then the first card is Poppin' By. So this was an optional class that I did as a part of my retreat. And these are some of the things that I'm using in my retreat too, the strawberry slush dots. So lots of reasons to sign up for our events and lots of reasons to purchase this product. So you'll have lots of reasons to use them. All right, let me bring you back up here. Hello, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I had to put my glasses on. I could not see your comments. Oh yeah, Marjorie just said she's seen where they make this look like glass. You take the liquid glue and rub over it, and then it looks wet. Super cool. Lots of things you can do with that cheers and sips, and we're going to be showing you tons of the ideas during our craft along. So I'm so glad you guys were here today. If you're watching live or the replay, make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and that way you'll see all the videos that I do, and we do them every single week. So thanks for being here. Bye-bye.